Hi, everyone.
Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Oh.
All the preparation in the world.
All the prep in the world wasn't ready. Still not ready.
And we're still not ready.
I can't even believe I've done what I've done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is my first official live stream to YouTube via the
Saturday morning
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else to the YouTubes have been, copy and pasted from Facebook.
Right.
But yeah, so if you ever want to watch us, you can search us on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You can go there and hit the subscribe button and watch us whenever we go live.
Exactly. And the cool thing about that is that then when we do something like a demo on a certain thing, you can actually search a lot better on YouTube if you want to find something that was a previously done situation.
So much easier to find through YouTube.
Yeah, it's not as easy to find on Facebook. So, if you looked up stripology on Facebook, you're not going to find our video when we showed you how to use that ruler. But you can on YouTube, so that's why we're doing it to both.
Exactly.
Sounds great?
Yes, absolutely. But saying that, who are we to be doing this?
Right. So good morning. It is Saturday morning, and we are Warm N Cozy Quilting.
We are, for sure.
I'm Danielle.
Absolutely. Hi, Danielle.
And this is Jason.
I'm Jason.
And we are having coffee and talking about quilting.
Because that's the safe thing to do.
It's the best. It's so awesome.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to say hi to some people?
We have some people on
There's
already.
A lot of people saying hi. Say hi to some people.
So good morning, Deborah. It's rainy. It's very rainy.
Oh, that was I think leftover of Ian.
Right.
Any of my people that have family in Florida, I'm hoping and praying for your family. I hope everybody's safe.
Yeah.
If you yourself are in Florida,
right.
I'm going to try to give you some levity today.
Yeah.
Try.
Right.
Or at least some information. We'll see how we're going today.
So Deborah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's what I need to be prepared for today.
You just throw it at me. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry about that. You were saying something.
Deborah fessed up.
Was it? I knew it.
So we had a very special delivery.
We did.
And they were very apologetic because that was supposed to be delivered on Wednesday, but they delivered on Thursday, and I'm sitting there going, I don't know what it is. I don't know why you're delivering it at all.
Delivering what? Have you said what it was yet?
No.
Because I think everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Like a 4-tier, awesome carrot cake.
Giant carrot
heavy.
Cake. It had substance to it. Like I could have knocked somebody out with it.
From Cafe on the Abbey.
Oh.
And it was, and they were like, well, was yesterday a big deal to you? I'm like, this is our birthday month, and yesterday, we do our videos on Wednesday. So Deborah, thank you. She called Cafe on the Abbey and bought a cake for us and had it delivered.
Yes.
Anonymously. And I went, who could have done this? Who? But yes, so we had guessed Deborah.
But
we guessed other people also. We guessed other people also.
You were all in the running, but
yeah. Anyway, so thank you, Deborah. It is amazing, amazing cake.
Yeah, there's still some left. There's a lot.
Yeah,
cake.
Yes.
4 tiers, a lot of cake.
Good morning, Fabric TV, says Cindy Matthews.
Good morning.
Yeah, we generally are showing you fabric, and we're on your TV. So there you go. We're Fabric TV.
Absolutely.
Okay, so. And good morning to Pam. We got to see Pam yesterday.
Hello, Pam.
Good morning, Kathy and Lisa. Christine, how come I can't
just click on that more comments? I don't know.
Click on this?
Yes.
Now it's going to go too far. See?
I think you're going to have to reach up there and scroll with your finger.
But I can't reach it with these little short arms.
Okay. You got tiny T-Rex arms.
Yeah. And see, there's a lot of people.
There are a lot of people coming today. I love it.
Good morning, Christine.
Hello.
And Glenna.
Hello. April. Bright and sunny in Ohio.
Okay. Yeah, that's
chilly.
good.
Yeah, it was. I saw my breath this morning when I walked outside.
Yeah.
Not fond of that.
Good morning, Diane, Mary, and Nina. We have Joanne is on, and Maureen. Eileen, good morning. It is beautiful. So she's saying she's been outside stitching in 40-degree weather for 2 hours. Yes.
Balmy 62 in the house. I think our house is like mid-60s.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn that heater on.
No.
I'm really just not ready for that yet.
No.
I don't want to.
So there's
Grab a
tons of little things online like, do you have socks on?
First.
Do you have a sweatshirt on?
No.
Like, are you dressed appropriately? If not, then don't turn that heater on. Go get you some socks.
Go
right?
get dressed appropriately.
Right. It is, October now, so. Hello, Dolores, and hi, Pam from Alabama. Sunny there, so that's good.
Nice. Good.
And we have, another Pam. Happy Saturday. Home sewing today. That's great.
Hello, Dolores. Good to see you.
We said
Did we? Oh,
yeah,
Dolores likes you both. Oh, everybody. Or so much
Yeah.
fun. I think I'm personally biased on that
Hi,
one. But that's
Jean
okay.
and Alvina. Good morning, Robin, who it is 90 degrees in Arizona right now.
Nice. Living a dream.
Yeah, we dress in layers
Wait a minute.
for sure.
Isn't Arizona like an hour behind us? And it's maybe 90s. It's gonna
90s, yeah, I don't know.
today,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
still, holy cow!
Sometimes I don't read it all the way.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Cooking a pot of chili. We have been talking about that. See the face? Did you see the face?
I love chili.
I'm supposed to be cooking the chili. Keep forgetting.
I know. Oh, I'm aware.
Hi, Patty.
Hello.
I hope that new machine is treating you good. And Marianne, good morning.
Hello.
Barely awake.
What's that there?
And you know that Marianne is a Steelers fan like me.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I think I knew this.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's awesome.
Okay. And then good morning, Vicky. Love your good mornings, but okay, yes. We will do that. And hi, Christy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
what do we have going on here today?
so today's International Mystery Quilt Day.
Right.
But there was a couple things we needed to make sure we say thank you to you guys for about regarding a couple of things. First and foremost, last Saturday was our birthday party.
It was pretty
Pepper
crazy.
Appreciation in store. We did sell some stuff online at a pretty good deal for everybody flash sale wise. So a lot of people got a free fat quarter from that.
Exactly.
It was a great turnout.
Yes.
And I hope everybody had a good time.
And just another thing is that, so September was our birthday month, but we had Shop Hop going on all of August, all of September.
Too,
so today is the first day without Shop Hop here in Illinois. We have a lot of friends who are just across the river doing the Missouri Shop Hop as well. And it was an amazing 2-month situation.
Right.
Very great for all of these little shops. Especially, so like we are close to metropolitan, and we're in a metropolitan area, but there are a lot of shops in the rural areas that don't see that many people. They get their regulars, and this has been a hard couple of years for this industry. Especially, I think everybody has struggled, right? And you guys came out. And,
Goodness gracious.
And really, just even if you only went to 5 places, you helped change the economy.
you
know that?
Had an impact on it.
You have made an impact on the economy.
Small businesses out there.
On small businesses, on restaurants, because you stopped and ate lunch. You did the things. And even if you only spent $10 at a shop.
Right.
If they got, 200 people that spend $10, like they're, that has paid their rent. That has
easily,
has maybe made
took her
a fabric order.
Yeah,
right. So, thank you to everybody who's come out to see us. We had people from all over the state driving down we had a lady from California.
Yeah, there was the California lady.
Yeah.
The trip through the state was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
She's heading
fun.
back home. I saw a post yesterday. She's heading back to the California. She said by Sunday she'll be back in her regular routine.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. You have to go back to real working life, but it was still pretty awesome. Again, I hope you all understand the gravity of what you've done in the last over August till now, and still through the rest of October for Missouri.
Right.
I can tell you as a small business owner, thank you as much as I can say thank you. Keep supporting small people. We love you guys. That's why we do this, to keep you happy. So anyway.
Hi, Mom. Mom got a new machine too.
Oh,
and
Marianne.
Quilting got her through the pandemic.
Yeah.
It has been significant for a lot of people's lives. And So I'm glad that now we can come back out, and you're able to kind of get to a couple of places. Not everyone on this list was able to do these things. A lot of you have supported us by purchasing something online, by being here, by telling your friends about us. All of those things, super important and help us out. Pam's helping the economy.
Yeah, she's certainly not hoarding fabric.
No, that was not.
She's collecting to use for future projects.
Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Jackie. So that's that. Those are really important announcements today. Today we're now going to talk International Mystery Quilt.
Right.
If you aren't aware of what International Mystery Quilt is, what it is a monthly stash busting program that we've been following this year. Each month you're going to get a pattern. It's going to be a mystery location. The fabric choices are going to be based off of that location. You will not know where it is or what it looks like until you own the pattern or until somebody finishes their completed pattern on the Quilters Collective, and then you can see it there, obviously. The thought is that you're using up your scraps. There's no requirement to come in and buy a kit or anything like that. You can join at any time. All you have to do is buy this month's pattern, which is... we're in October, so you're going to buy October's pattern. It's on our website right now. You can go buy it for $10. You're going to piece that top. You don't have to have it quilted and bound and all that, just the top finished. It has to be the size that the pattern suggests it has to be.
Right.
At a minimum size. You can make it bigger. Go ahead.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
There are generally optional borders.
There's generally optional borders, so it's got to be at least
optional, that's optional.
You have until the first Saturday of next month in order to get next month's pattern for free.
Right.
So even though it's October, you can still get November and December's patterns for free. This is still a viable possibility for you. So that's $30 worth of patterns for $10.
Exactly. Yeah. Jackie just asked, she didn't get this one done. How does she buy the pattern? You just go to our website.
Yep.
I'm sure that we can post a link.
We probably could, but I'm a little.
But you have the wrong
between so many different things right now. Playing producer.
We will. Actually, just go to our website.
Go to the website.
And it is International Mystery Quilt. And then you're going to find the one that says October.
Yep. I'll get it. I'll get it through there. Okay. Don't wait for me. That's weird.
So
that
then you just buy this month's pattern for $10. You will immediately get a digital download so that you can just go ahead and print it off yourself. We have had some customers who've asked us to print it. I mean, I don't have a printer at home.
Right.
So if you have an issue and you want it shipped to you in a hard copy, we will absolutely do that. Just let us know. Yep. You can even put that in the notes.
Yeah, if you want a pard copy and you bought it, just put that note. So just mail me a hard copy and we'll gladly do that.
Right.
You'll have the PDF though for the rest of your life, so you can't spill coffee on it and ruin it forever.
Right, exactly. Or you can mark it up and you can print another one and it's no problem.
Exactly.
So. Okay.
So that's the International Mystery Quilt process. If you have any questions aside from that, please just let us know.
So this month, how about the one that's due today? September's pattern.
Oh, by the way, if you're still working on it, you have till midnight tonight to complete September's to get next month's for free. So you're not completely out of the running.
Right.
Next month's, October's, this month's technically, will go out after this video. I have it ready to go. All I have to do is hit the send button. If you've submitted a picture, then just watch your emails. If you don't see it, check your spam folders. If you don't see it there, let us know. We'll resend it.
Also, if you get it the rest of today, anybody who submits today will get theirs on Tuesday. Is that correct?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm going to be working and running around like a madman.
Right. And then we are not here Sunday and Monday. So if you submit today, don't worry. It will be there, but it may be Tuesday before you get it.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it to you. We do our best to keep it, lively.
Right.
Anyway. All right. So that's the process. That's what we're talking about. So today, we're discussing where we went.
Right.
This month, September, we took a trip all the way to the large Asian country of China. Yes.
That is a big place.
It is giant.
Very
huge.
Big.
I have some facts about China. Would you like some information about it?
Sure.
Because I can tell you more.
Tell me more. Let me drink my coffee.
Fact. China's a country.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Oh, that was the wrong button. Let's click this button instead. Dear producer, I am not good at this. All right. So, where is China, you ask? It is on the other side of the world. There it is in the green. This actually comes from Wikipedia. The dark green is the land that they own. The light green that is in there are lands that they claim but do not technically have in their possession, I believe. Kind of like a territory. If you will.
Right. Okay.
But that's where China is. China has a flag.
It does.
They do. There it is.
We've seen
Red
that before.
in Chinese culture is actually a symbol of luck. So that represents luck. So there's a lot of
like green for
the Irish, yeah.
and nice.
So yeah, so that's where your red comes in. Let's see. It's a country in East Asia. It has the world's most populous country. 1.4 billion people.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
That's more people than I know.
I don't know that many. We may have that many viewers.
No, or
not yet.
30.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Right.
Keep on sharing. We'll get there someday. Anyway, they span 5 geographical time zones.
Wow.
We
have 4.
Well, there's more because you got Alaska and Hawaii, but like this is one continuous piece of land, and they cover 5.
That's a lot.
They're big.
That's a lot. That's
They're
very
big.
big.
It's a large country.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What? Yes. Modern Chinese trace their origins to the cradle of civilization in the fertile basin of the Yellow River in North China Plain. Did you know that?
What?
I don't know.
Chinese
They're
trace origin to I don't know.
North China Plain. That's where they're from.
Okay.
That's where they trace it to be from. I don't know.
So, but there's 56 different ethnic groups.
Yes. Why are you reading my notes? Get out of my notes.
You've got them in bold, so I can see from here.
The most interesting fact I found, not that 56 ethnic groups isn't kind of impressive. That's pretty impressive. But they have 35 million people that live in caves.
What?
Mm-hmm. They have an area of the country that live in caves. Now, this isn't like a poor, destitute kind of thing. It actually...
They've built their home like
they
in a cave.
intentionally are saying that because actually it's smart because a fire keeps it a lot warmer, or just heating it is a lot easier to do in the winter, and because it's a cave, it stays cooler in the summer.
Right.
So heating bill.
We living in
why
caves?
am I not in a cave? I don't know. I'm going down to Valmeyer and joining one of those cave groups.
Right. Let's do it.
This architectural style though dates back to the Stone Age. What I found out. So they've been doing it for quite a long time, and really it's kind of smart. Honestly, I think it's pretty great.
Yeah.
There are 18 cities with over 10 million people. 18. Over 10 million.
So do we have any cities with over 10 million?
I didn't do the search on that to find out.
Sure we do.
I would say probably Los Angeles or New York City, probably close.
Right. But to have 18
not
cities
18.
That are that huge.
When you got 1.4 million people, 1.4 billion people. You got to spread those people out somewhere. So 18 cities, yeah, for sure. Shanghai has over 24 million people. I can't even count that high.
Right.
Of course, I can't get to 20, but that's okay. World's largest sea crossing bridge. Did you see that number? You weren't supposed to see that. You were supposed to guess.
I didn't.
There's a bridge that crosses the sea.
Okay.
It's the longest in the world.
So,
how many miles is it?
It's a bridge. So, like, can you drive on it?
Yes.
It's a bridge you can drive on.
It's a connecting bridge. Yeah.
I did not see. I don't know.
Just guess.
It is in miles?
In miles.
Okay, so let's say 4 miles.
Okay, keep going.
How about 10 miles?
Just so you know, the 4 miles, 4.2 miles of it is tunnel. Keep going.
I'm not going on that bridge.
Nope. There's a big old nope right now.
So first of all, it's a bridge. I don't like that. But that's okay. I can deal with the bridge. But a tunnel, I don't like tunnels. A tunnel on a bridge.
Part of the system.
How? Why did they cover it? It was a bridge. Anyway, I don't know.
You're asking me more questions than I have answers. Hold on. We're not done, though. You haven't answered the length of the mile.
Oh, LA is 3.9 million. Thank you.
Thank you, April.
So LA is only 3 million. They have cities with 10 million. No.
We're still going back to the bridge, though. Where's the guesses at?
I don't know.
Give me a guess. Throw a number out there.
I already said 10. You
Keep
said
going.
more than that. 20 miles.
34 miles long.
34 miles long. So that's like from here to Chesterfield.
Probably. At least Fairview.
At least Fairview Heights.
Which is 20, 30 minutes up the road.
New York has 8.8.
Woo!
They don't even have 10. And we were just there, and there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
You know, I see these cop shows, and there's like a couple of people walking on the street, and I'm like,
That's kind of because they had to get the real people off the street.
Yeah, I'm like,
they're like, oh, we can't. You all need to know.
There's never, it's never that quiet, right?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I do remember during the pandemic, early in the pandemic, and they were showing like the streets in New York City, and they were empty, and I was just like,
yeah, that's weird.
so sad.
That's so weird.
Anyway, on. We're past that.
We're past that. 2 years beyond. We're good. We're moving forward, guys.
Right.
All right, so yeah, we're past 34-mile long bridge, 4.2 miles of tunnel.
I don't think I want to move to China.
I'm not going to do the bridge. Not in that area.
I don't want the bridge. I don't want 10 million people in my city.
Very people-y.
Mm-hmm. But we could live in a cave. So there's that.
Do we have to take the bridge to get to the cave?
I don't know. Not going to.
The longest river in China is the Yangtze. I can't speak Chinese very well, so I apologize if you can, and I'm mispronouncing any of this. This was a fun fact I didn't know. Every panda in the world, so if there's another country that has a panda in the zoo, is technically owned by China. That panda is just on loan, except for two. There's two pandas in the world that do not belong to China.
Are they in San Francisco?
No.
Okay.
Close. Mexico City. You almost had it.
City. I was going to say city, and then you would put the first word in.
Mexico City is where it would have been. Jinjin and Shanshan. I can't pronounce it properly because I am not able to do that. So yeah, that's kind of a cool fact. I did not ever know that. I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's crazy. So they're like, yeah, we'll give you a panda, but it's on loan. You're giving it back.
Yes, that is exactly
and
what it is.
So if it has a baby in a zoo, doesn't matter. It belongs to China.
It's China's. They own it. That's theirs. I mean, cool. I mean, it's the only place you can find them really, other than a zoo.
Have you ever watched videos of baby pandas? Just rolling around.
Have you guys seen pandas before? Here, look, I'll show you a picture of one. There's a panda. He's eating. So they are actually bears. They just, out of the environment they live in, they ended up developing a teeth set that allows them to eat the bamboo, which is more abundant for them than other prey. So why not? So they love the bamboo.
They're kind of roly-poly.
I wish I would have wrote down the amount of bamboo they eat because it's ludicrous.
Well,
there's a lot of bamboo that's consumed by pandas. So
first of all, bamboo grows pretty quickly.
Which is good.
Yes. So a very renewable resource.
Right.
So that's good.
Right.
I don't know how much water it takes to get a bamboo plant to grow.
You've never grown one?
No.
Oh, I don't know either. I don't plant very well, so I can run over a plant with a lawnmower. That's about my skills with plants. Also, ice cream was discovered nearly 4,000 years ago in China. Ice cream, China.
How do they know that? How do they know that?
I didn't write it down, but I read it because there was a lot of information that went with it.
I know, but it's like saying...
Because of the dynasties that have been part of the China history, like because they've kept it...
good records.
There's a lot of really good records back thousands of years.
That's good.
So for them to say 4,000 years ago, they discovered that they probably have it documented quite well. So
right. But that doesn't mean that somebody else in the world wasn't also figuring out ice cream. They just don't have record of that.
I'm not giving everybody specifically full credit, but I can't argue either because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Wasn't there?
I'm just going to take what I've read as fact from the internet.
Oh, Pam says you don't want to grow bamboo. It takes over.
No, thank you. Don't need that.
Also, Pam wanted to visit China, but no bridges.
Yeah, right?
She lived in Taiwan for 4 years and graduated from high school while there.
What?
Pretty cool. Fun fact about Pam.
That's fun fact for sure. Yeah. Huh. Very cool. That's actually pretty exciting. I've never been there. I've been to Europe, but never the other direction, not the other side of the country. So anyway, continent, world, I don't know.
World. Okay, so we made a Bearpaw quilt.
We did.
Based on, pandas.
Pandas, right?
That was kind of the theme here. We got China, we got pandas, we got bears.
Bearpaws.
Let's go with Bearpaws.
This usually would be hanging behind me, but because of the chaos this morning, I didn't. So here's the quilt. You want to tell them about who made
You
it
guys
and
have
pieced it
seen
and all
this.
that?
We did have it up, I don't know, not that long ago. But first of all, it was pieced, quilted, and everything by Carla McGuire. She's awesome. And she was using the line from Pam Buddha. Okay, yes. Called
Don't ask me because I don't know.
Background Essentials, I think, or something like that. So, yes. So they're nice, small print. From there, you can't tell that these all have a little tiny print in them, but it's nice because it gives it a little bit of textured look without being just a solid.
You know what I can tell?
Your arms are
My
tired?
arms are tired.
Yeah. She did add the borders.
She did.
They were optional.
But they're there.
I have seen several people who have put stashing between.
Much like your general style of Bearpaw blocks are done, which is pretty cool looking. And those are absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
So a really fun pattern to make.
Yes.
And is not what I do like is about the International Mystery Quilts and any of the stash busting quilts that we've done is that they generally are centered around one block. Just make it a bunch of times. And then see if you like that block.
Right.
And if you want to do that again or how you can mix it up. Add the stashing. Maybe, take the block from last month and put it with this month's block and make a 2-block quilt.
Right.
Like that.
So there were people too that instead of just kind of having them tossed in there like that, that like
did
the
them
pattern.
Like
so they actually had them radiating out.
Oh yeah.
So like this quarter pointed that way and that quarter that way, which was kind of neat because it gave some pattern to the negative space from the background material.
Right.
Which was kind of neat to see as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Frequently we do that kind of thing with a log cabin because you have dark side and light side, and then it's really just about which way you twist the blocks. And sometimes I don't think about that with other blocks, but this would be a great one to twist around, and that's what I've seen in the Quilters Collective. If you are new to us, we do have a separate Facebook group called the Quilters Collective.
We do.
You can search for it, or do we have a link?
It's linked in the description on the Facebook side. It's not linked in the description on the YouTube side.
Okay. You can you go in there and you request to join. We will absolutely let you in.
We'll let you in.
And then you can see all kinds of stuff. First of all, it's just a great place to be able to post your quilts. It is not specifically for International Mystery Quilt or just our stuff. We love when people post what they're doing, what they're working on. I mean, it is not that serious if you didn't get the fabric from here. Like, it is not Warm and Cozy specific.
Not necessarily, no.
We love when you give us a little plug too, right? When you're like,
too.
hey, I bought this at Warm and Cozy. But anyway, but it's really cool because what we have found is that sometimes you want to make that block bigger than what the pattern says. And so you'll ask, hey, I was thinking about using 3-inch squares instead of 2-inch squares. Has anyone done the math?
Right.
And a lot of times someone has. Or I was thinking about adding stashing. You can. This is your group of friends that you can spitball some ideas with. And you're not posting pictures of your quilts and having someone that you talk to once a year asking you to make one for them for nothing, right?
Right.
You don't have that kind of thing.
And more than anything, I find that people take from the group just inspiration in general.
Absolutely.
There's been more than a few people that I've seen, especially with the International Mystery Quilts. They've got them. They're not sure how to lay it out, having a hard time with it, and they see somebody else has done it, a different layout. Or colorway. They like the way that somebody else has done it. Comic Nation you would have never thought would have gone well together.
Right.
So there's always
Should I
a
make
benefit.
this in Christmas fabric? Could I make this in red, white, and blue? What would it look like for a baby quilt?
Right.
You probably can see all of those in from the one quilt patterns. They're really nice.
So worth checking out and joining the group if you're not already there. Be sure to jump in on that one. So with the Bearpaw, you want to talk a little bit about history of Bearpaw?
Sure.
All right, let's do that real quick. Not real quick. I'm going to take my time and go through some history here. All right. So originally, American quilts were large medallion styles. And again, you may have heard this general information before when we talked about Bearpaws. But I figured
It's been a long
the
time.
story and the information is still relevant because Bearpaws are Bearpaws. They just do what they do. So anyway, originally they were medallion style at this with a surrounding motif of fabric. That's where they think that Bearpaws got their roots, is because you can take a sawtooth border and you add fabric to it. You get the block with the sawtooth around it. It gives you a footprint looking thing.
Right.
But sometimes the Bearpaw conversation was regional. So
right, because if you don't have bears,
it doesn't look like a bear paw because you don't have bears.
Right.
So,
why you haven't seen bear tracks? You wouldn't know.
What's a bear? That's not something I ever deal with.
Right.
So they had different names. Bear claw would be the most common, more in like a mountainous region-y area.
Right.
This one is still baffles me. Duck's foot in the mud.
Okay.
Eastern shoreline. So you're used to seeing birds and ducks and their footprints, and so
and especially in the mud.
Maybe you have predatory ducks with paws and toes that are scary. I would step away slowly. Don't run. Never run.
Not even from a duck.
Not even from a duck. It shows fear. This one that makes the most sense to me, Philadelphia area, was the Hand of Friendship. Hi, friend. How are you? Yeah, that looks like a bear paw. I'm really, I don't know. Tea leaf design. I don't drink tea, so I don't know. And this one, just bizarre. Illinois turkey track.
Well, we have turkeys.
We have turkeys.
I haven't seen. I mean, so those would be giant.
Do turkeys make tracks?
Number one, could you imagine if a turkey's foot was that big?
No, I would be horrified.
That
but man,
would
think
be
of how much meat there would be.
dinner.
I would have
everyone.
turkey sandwiches for weeks.
Yeah.
Huh, that'd be a big party.
Yeah.
That turkey wouldn't go without a fight, though. I mean,
no.
That big of a turkey.
It would
I mean,
take
could
you
you
down.
imagine? Like, it's the size of a house.
Right.
I don't even want to. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, because there were so many different possible names that were created, a lot of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Simplification of the names, going with the Bearpaw. It's kind of attributed to Ruth Finley.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about Ruth Finley before. She is pretty common in the conversation. You want to see what she looks like? There she is. Lovely lady. Ruth Finley was born September 25th, 1884.
Just like last week.
Yeah, so her happy late birthday by a couple years.
To Ruth
Finley. She was born into a socially prominent family in Ohio. Ohio in the house, right? Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we got some
I see
Ohio.
you out there.
Yeah.
I am not from Ohio. Anyway, she married a reporter in 1910. She grew up with knowledge of quilts from her family collection, so this kind of spurred her to decide to try to catalog quilts. So she would go around and buy quilts and add it to her collection.
Oh.
In the process of doing so, she would catalog information about that and the types of blocks that were in it. So it kind of helped to really start
Categorizing
an encyclopedia, if you will, of the types of blocks that are out there. She ended up writing a book, Old Patchwork Quilts and the Women Who Made Them, really giving credit and paying homage to the ladies that spent all the years making blocks and quilts and doing all these things.
Yeah.
All the names that came with it. Pretty cool story, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. I got it as a 14-year effort that she put into doing this collection process, which was pretty cool, really. Let's see here. It included information on more than 300 quilt patterns.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm so glad somebody actually did it, though. It's pretty fantastic. She was inducted into the Quilters Hall of Fame in 1979.
Nice.
And I forgot to write down where the
Where's
Quilters Hall of Fame is. I want to say it's Indiana.
Oh, dang it.
Quilters Hall of Fame is Indiana. The International Quilt Museum is Nebraska. The National Quilt Museum is in Paducah. And then, yeah. So there's some traveling that you have to do to visit these because I live close to Paducah by like 2 hours. The rest of them seem farther away than that.
Right.
I don't know. Someday we'll make it there.
Indiana.
Not
we got to go to.
Indiana's not that far.
No,
I mean,
not far at all.
that could be
Next
a fun
state
time.
over.
Let's go to Indiana.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe tomorrow.
Sounds great.
No. So anyway, the Bearpaw's been around for a long time. There is speculation that the Bearpaw was used in helping with the Underground Railroad, with helping slaves get to the freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Again, totally speculation. A lot of that speculation, but again, it's one of those. They have to say speculation because there's no written proof because, well, it was underground.
Right.
You're not going to write a sign and say, hey, I shouldn't do this.
Bearpaw equals, you should
Right,
come.
documented
They
is
wouldn't,
not...
They wouldn't,
Not
put all
really a
that,
thing.
that makes sense, right? We wouldn't put all that information out there. But there was things like, I don't know, they would, different blocks meant something.
Right.
To help,
and I believe
to help you know that it was safe here or
yes.
that kind of thing.
And Eleanor Burns did a book with a lot of those
Yeah.
blocks that are believed to be part of that and how to make them. And of course, it's Eleanor Burns, so how can you go wrong with Eleanor
Right,
Burns?
and lots of history.
A lot of history
within
behind
each block.
Right.
Okay.
That one did not want to leave the table.
No.
It was as much as I had for it.
So,
So that's...
we've been through China.
We've been through China.
We've learned about Bearpaws.
We have.
Now, where are we going to go next?
Do we want to talk about it, or is there any information I need to add to what we've learned from our friends in the Facebook world?
But I will say, Pam was saying that she really enjoys the Quilters Collective and gets great inspiration from there. So
nice.
It is a great place to
It's
check
a
out.
fun little place.
And hi to Regina, who's in Amsterdam.
Hi, Regina.
And using directional Halloween fabric. Oh, directional fabric for the first time. A little bit challenging. You got to know which way you want those to go before you even start piecing it
and the
together.
way you're going to cut it and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, my.
Yeah.
It's an effort, but it's always great when it's done.
It is. So, and good morning, Diane.
Good morning.
I may have missed someone. I'm sorry. Good morning to you all.
Hello and good day. Anyway. All right. So, any questions on the China or the Bearpaws? Doesn't seem like it. If you have any, just throw them out there. Totally fine.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go to the next location.
Right.
Where are we going?
Not telling you.
Can't tell you. You got to buy the pattern. I believe, was it Jackie already bought the pattern? Is that
Yeah.
Okay, so see, it's easy. If you haven't done it, you can go buy it.
Right.
Otherwise, I'll send it to you here in a moment.
If you've already, submitted your September. Okay. So this particular month is all half square triangles. Usually I don't tell you like everything about the pattern, but it's all half square triangles. So I brought stuff to tell you about for making half square triangles. Right. So one thing that has happened to me now a couple of times in the last month has been I read a pattern or I look at the fabric requirements and I buy the piece of fabric based on that, and I don't actually look all the way through the pattern and figure out that I could have cut it easier by doing it a different way. Especially when it comes to half square triangles. So when you make half square triangles, generally the directions are going to give you the by two method.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to make two at a time, you're going to cut your block. Let's say, so if you need a 3-inch finished, you're going to cut a 3 7/8 inch block. Then you're going to draw a line corner to corner. You're going to sew a 1/4 inch from that, cut on the line, open them up, and you got two. Ta-da. Well, first of all, there's this great book, the Half Square Triangle book.
What? There's a book?
And this is a great reference tool. I don't know how often, frequently, I check to this book because it has in here, first of all, how to make them 4 at a time or how to make them 8 at a time. Of course, if you're going to make 4 at a time, you need to cut that. You can't cut it at 3 7/8. You're going to need to cut it larger so that you can make 4 at a time. So you have to go to your chart to figure out how to do that. If you want to make 8, you have to cut an even bigger piece of fabric to be able to do that. So if you've already cut all of your pieces out to 3 7/8, well, now you can't do the by 4 method.
Right.
So just go looking at, okay, I need strips that are at least 3 7/8.
Right.
Well, now you're set on doing it at that method, which is totally fine.
But always pre-read your pattern. And yeah, this one actually starts off that way. It starts off with cut your fabric into whatever size block you need. And if you do that and then you realize, oh wait, these are all just half square triangles and I have a method I love.
I like to do it better by using this method and I have to cut my fabric differently. Now you're kind of in trouble, right?
But let's say you don't have a method
There are methods.
There's the book.
There's the book.
Got it.
Also, there's tons of patterns in here, and there's really cool things. I know they're not going to be able to see this, but like, right? They can't see that.
I don't
There's
know.
just diagrams where you could design a block based on just half square triangles.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got a black and white grid. You could color it in whichever way that you wanted to make it.
Yes.
And
a lot of our blocks, if I learned anything going through them all over the course of finding all the history on blocks and such, they're all pretty based around half square triangles.
Lots
There's a lot
and
of half
lots
squares
and
out
lots of half square triangles out there. So know which way you want to do it. I want to talk about this next. So
Let's talk about it then.
one thing is, if you're going to do the by 2 method, so sometimes you can't do by 4 or by 8 because you want them to be more scrappy. Right?
Yes, yeah.
So you're going to make them 2 at a time. And I don't like to cut things at 7/8. How do I make this all work? Well, the Stripology Mini has markings for both 1/8 and 3/8, so that you can cut in eighths. So if you need that 3 7/8 inch square, you would line your clean line up to the 3/8 line, cut at 3 1/2 because 1/2 is actually 4/8.
Right.
So you've got 4/8 there on the half, and you've added your 3/8 here, so you are at 3 7/8. If that was too fast for you, there is info in the little.
That is just magical.
Yeah. So this is a great tool for, and it's a great tool for cutting eighths.
Yes.
If you want to make them by 2. Now, there's lots of other ways. Show them that one.
Bangles.
Upside down.
Upside down. This doesn't matter because you're going to take them out. Oh, and throw them. Don't throw them. They're pieces of paper. You have your fabric cut into strips. You put it on there. You sew. I've always said this to me equates to like a form of paper piecing, sort of. Is that a true statement?
Yes. So there are different forms of, you are piecing through a piece of paper.
Right.
So yes.
Okay.
Sometimes when you think of paper piecing, you're adding another. That is not what you're doing. You just have your regular, but you're not cutting it into blocks, you're cutting it into strips. And like for this one, okay, so if you need a 4-inch finished, instead of cutting at 4 7/8, which is a little tricky to do, you got to get the right ruler, you got to have the right tool.
Right.
Instead of doing that, you cut your strip at 4 1/2. 4 1/2, which is easy, first of all, and you just cut a strip, not blocks. Okay, so you have just your one set of cuts instead of having to cut it again.
Nice.
So you have your 2 strips, right sides together, and then you place this on top. You're going to sew on the dotted lines, cut on the straight lines, open them up. You're going to pull that paper off, open it up, and then you have your perfect half square triangles without doing the math of the 7/8 and all that stuff. So they're really nice. They do make a very consistent half square triangles at that size.
Right.
The downside, if you will, is that there's limited quantity in there. So you have to buy a new pack each time you want to make a new Now, there's a lot in there. I think for this one, 150 half square triangles.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a lot.
Pretty good solid amount.
And some of the smaller sized ones, you get more because you can get more on a page. So they, there's more in there. So that's great, but they have limited sizes. They generally have like the finished size in either halves or whole size.
Right.
If you need a finished size that is 1 3/4, they don't have it. You're either going to have to be 2 or you're going to be 1 1/2.
Right.
So that doesn't always work, right? Also, you have to buy a new pack every time you need to do a different size. So there is this particular product here, which is called Triangulations.
Ooh, fancy.
Triangulations is a paper piecing type method that is very similar to Thangles, but you can do anything, any half squares to the 16th. They have quarter square triangles in here. They have flying geese in here. So what this is a software that you put on your computer that then gives you the files to be able to print out any of these papers.
Right.
Okay.
So can I clarify just a little bit?
Oh, geez, yes.
Yeah. How about we act like we're married around here?
I think I'm good. I think I got it. And then he has
it is, I want to be just clear on the verbiage of this. So it's not really software. It's not a program you're installing. What it is, it's a CD that has PDFs on it with all the different size things you have. So I don't want somebody thinking they're going to get a software that they have to install and it's the whole thing that I don't know what I'm doing with that. Literally, you just put it in and it's got files on there. You can copy those files off of here and save them to your local drive. So if you accidentally lose this, you have it saved somewhere else.
See, that made less sense to me. That's why we both explained, because maybe you understood his version better than you understood mine. So that's the way it is, right? Not everyone is going to understand the way I understand it or you. So, but yeah. So the one thing you don't want to do is just hit print, because apparently then it will print the entire file version.
It gives you a document.
Right.
What you're opening, it's going to print everything.
You decide you want 4-inch ones. You find that page and you tell it to print that page, and you want 72 of them. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very easy to use. There is probably an even better explanation than what I've given you. Yes.
But also with that, you are going to be printing yourself your own papers.
Right.
So therefore, you want to get some printer stuff.
Right. So the cool thing with this particular paper, the Carol Dokes Foundation paper, is that it comes off really well. Mm-hmm. It also goes through your printer really nicely. You can get newsprint, which is real thin, great, except it doesn't always go through inkjet paper or printers as well. Some people's printers work just fine with the newsprint. Others, it jams every time and it's a pain.
Right.
So you can actually print on regular paper. You don't have to get a foundation paper. You can just do regular paper. It's just more about what is going to tear off easy, what is going to be more user-friendly, because you do have to get these papers off. I do suggest taking your stitch length down slightly on your machine so that you have a little bit of a tighter stitch, because you are going to pull on that stitch when you're pulling off the paper.
Yeah.
And so you don't want to like rip a stitch out if they're too wide. I'm giving you like things that are really not that serious, so don't think, oh my gosh, I can't do that. So
it's not that big of a
the
deal.
difference is, though, triangulations is like $28 versus this is $6. So if you've never, ever, ever done this method before, I suggest getting one pack of bangles and giving it a try. Yes. If you like this method, you will love this. Yes. Because there is way more sizes and much more versatility.
Right.
When you get into a pattern that has a little bit of a challenging size, like 1 3/4, 1/2 inch, or half square triangles, you can do that by using these.
And it also has the layouts for flying geese and quarter square triangles. So again, if you really like this idea of following a line and that's going to get you your finished product, that would be definitely a really good step up.
There's also one like it has in here for half square triangles where you can print the whole thing on one piece of paper.
Oh.
But then you need fabric that's that big.
Yes.
And you can just follow the lines around and then
it's really kind of cool.
And then I turn it and sew, and then you cut it. And okay, they can't see what I'm seeing in my head.
Your vision of this is based off experience. They have zero experience with it, so that's okay.
Right.
But if you ever want to see it, maybe we'll do that on video someday.
Yeah,
maybe that'll be another tutorial. So, something to keep in mind. All right. With that, being the destination we're heading to, we've told you half square triangles is going to be the game plan.
Right.
The important part of this is going to be more in color placement and color choice.
Right.
Okay? Because they're half square triangles. Pretty straightforward. But depending on what you choose and where you place them is going to determine how your quilt ends up looking. For our destination, they're suggesting that you go with either pinks.
Just pinks. Yeah.
Just pinks. Reds, oranges, and golds. That could be pretty, actually.
Yeah, like sunset.
Kind of like a sunset, yeah. Or greens. Okay? Now,
and you know pink and green is my favorite.
I do.
Can we put those two together?
You sure can. Go right ahead. Or don't. Again, you can use whatever you want. It's your call entirely. Just remember that your big goal here is going to be just some values so you can see the pattern that the half square triangles are setting up. So you brought these guys in here.
It's actually here. Backwards. I'm using like this.
Oh, a bold rainbow color. Nice.
I have like 2 reds, 2, so a dark and a light, dark and a light, dark and a light of each different one. And that is what I'm going to make mine out of, mostly because we just got a new line in from Northcott that is bright rainbow.
Yeah.
There's like ombre rainbow. There's
that is
stripes.
so bold.
It is so beautiful. It's
Yeah.
called Color Play. It is on our website, or just come in and see it. It's pretty.
It's nice.
We have had some people saying some things. Are we good now?
Let's wrap up just what the thought part. So you have these guys here. These are the quarter quarters. That's 10 fat quarters in these packs.
Right.
You brought those because that's going to work for the pattern?
It will. So also, again, after you get your pattern, figure out how you want to make your half square triangles and figure out if fat quarters are right for how you want to do it.
Right.
I think it will work nicely for most ways. I mean, maybe you have a way that I haven't used before, but even still, an 18 by 20 inch piece is going to be able to work for most. I can't think of an option where that wouldn't work for you.
Yeah.
I do think that you could get away with one of the quart of quarters, if I remember right.
Okay. Well, if you decide
I ended up getting more colors so that I could have the full range. I'm actually going to make the quilt a little bit larger than what the pattern is. So I added a little bit more. So that's why I'm not on it with that.
Okay. But again, these are designed so that they kind of gradate in color. So like the greens goes from a light green to a dark green. I don't know if that's right. That's the green. That's the yellow. That's the orange. I'm looking at a camera. It shows backwards.
Personally, I was talking about, we could do pinks or we could do greens. I would get the green one and the pink one. It would be too much fabric.
Where's the pink one?
I didn't bring a pink one.
Here. Oh.
Because then I could pull the ones that I want.
Yeah.
So the reason that we came up with these is that they are all Paintbrush Studio solids. If you've never used paintbrush before, it's kind of hard to decide on just one to give it a try. So it's nice to have a little sampling of a couple of different things.
Right. So
because we have lots of people who have used other brands of solids for many years, and they're like, I've just used those, and I don't know how these are going to work. Well, this is a great way to do it because there's 10 fat quarters in a quart. And you get 10 fat quarters for $25.
What?
It's a great deal.
That's a dang good deal.
So, and then Jason also named them really cute things. Like this is called Taste the Rainbow.
Because I can't say the TM name.
Right. Well, because Taste the Rainbow is a cute name.
It is a great name, by the way.
Also, there's Lemonade, which I'm probably not holding up.
That's Lemonade. That's magically delicious.
That's magically delicious.
Notice the light pastel-y colors, and you can think of what maybe that slogan's from and what the colors mean. See, I wanted to call it cereal milk because of the marshmallows and all that,
but who drinks that?
Who would buy a carton of that? I would not. Anyway, $25. I have them in store. I don't have them online, but if you really, really, really want one of these colorways, you can comment on Facebook side. We'll get you invoiced and send you one if you want one. Yep. I'm fine with that.
So I want to just scroll back for a second. Kathy said that she loves this because it also has the 1/4 inch markings.
It does.
So this ruler is very versatile. Yes, it does have 1/4 inch markings here, 1/2 inch markings here. With the 1/8, it's a great ruler.
Yes.
And then Carol working on half squares right now. Oh, she adds an inch and then squares them up.
Okay.
So she gets better points that way. So for me, I had a hard time with squaring up. And so I would square up and my point would be too far down or, so then I went, well, you know what? I can cut these out at 7/8. I'll just do it that way. But also now that I have this that squares up for me, I could probably
a little easier to square up for sure.
That method also. Okay. Leslie, I have the large one, and now I'll be getting the small one. Awesome. And I got the small one, and I'm surprised how often I use the small one. That is what I said too. So when Carla came in and told me that this was her favorite ruler, I went, why in the world do you use that? I use the big one. I use the big one all the time. I never use the small one. And then she showed me the 1/8, and I was like, sold, done. And now it's out every single day.
And it's so much easier when you're working on something to just grab the small one instead of the big behemoth and lay it, and you're trying to work with this. It's just nicer.
They're used for different things.
Yes.
And then Cindy said she wouldn't have been able to get the grasshopper pie done without triangulation.
All those flying geese.
So they have a by 4 method where you're making 4 at a time.
And it's clean, and you get your points.
So what do they call it here? What do they call it?
What is that now? What now?
The tamed
geese. Yeah. And they have it in size increments of 1/4 inches, which is just incredible.
Yes.
There's a lot of information on that disc. So, yes, absolutely.
And Pam loves her stripology.
Woohoo! They are the best. All right. Well, with that said, there's not a whole lot more that we need to cover informational wise. You've been teased about the colors you need and which tools you may need for this month. I will send that pattern out here shortly. Keep an eye out for it if you don't see it. Again, let us know, but it may not be immediately today that I can get back to you if you don't see it. I apologize in advance. Don't forget, Monday flash sale on the website.
Right.
warmandcozyquilting.com/shop. There's a category called flash sale. Danielle tends to discount stuff ridiculously. Get some. $8.50 shipping rate applies. You can't go wrong with it.
Right.
Wednesdays, we're doing the live sale here. We are kind of still trying to figure out what the best method is for our shoppers. We have people that love the numbers. We have people that love shopping the website. We're trying to do both at the same time and see how that works out.
It worked really well this week.
It didn't seem to go bad. I think that it worked out for different people. So whatever works best for you. And then we'll be back next Saturday to do this again. In the meantime, if you need a Janome, if you need a machine, bring it. Come on in. Buy one.
Yeah, we got...
Sell them. And hand quilters.
A delivery of them.
I know.
And
that was so
I've
cool.
already sold some. I got delivery.
Sorry.
So, hey.
Not sorry. We'll get more. They still make them, so.
Diane will be here in 3 weeks, and she's going to look at those stripology rulers when
Woo!
she's here. Yeah, we can't wait to meet you.
That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Beyond
Or
that.
see you, then I don't.
What now?
I don't.
I have no idea what's happening.
Just don't listen.
That's okay. Are you done? Are you ready to go out and open the store and get ready?
Yeah,
11
I think
o'clock, we open. Come and see us. I don't have anything else to throw in. You good? You
We're
good?
good.
All right. I'm going to
Thanks,
click buttons.
everybody.
Hope I don't mess this up.
Right. It will be just wonderful. Thanks so much. See you next time.
Bye.